We are not your average family. My name is Rachel. You know me as Yoga Girl. This is my husband, Dennis, and this little ray of sunshine is our baby girl, Lea Luna. We live in the Caribbean island of Aruba. Welcome to our channel. Hi everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel and Merry almost Christmas. It's middle of December right now, which means Christmas is getting close. Christmas is my favorite time of year of all time. There's no holiday I like more. There's no holiday that my husband likes less. He really is not. He's kind of a Grinch. Is that why you don't want to be in this video? You're just gonna stand there? Hello. Today, for this episode, I'm gonna show you guys my all-time favorite Christmas recipe. It's a very Swedish recipe. It's something super simple. The baby's a little bit sick also, so out of convenience and time, this is a good recipe for us to do today. We're gonna make glögg. Glögg is a Swedish tradition. It is, I just Googled it, Swedish people drink 7 million bottles of glögg a year. There's only like barely 10 million people in the country, so that's a shit ton of glögg. Glögg is kind of like a glühwein. It's a warm wine. It comes from the word glöggatvin, which means glögg, yeah, which basically means hot wine. So it's a mulled wine with really specific spices that you drink in tiny cups. Do you want to have a tiny cup? You say skål? There's nothing in it. We drink them in tiny cups, you drink it warm, and you drink it with blanched almonds and raisins. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. It's super, super, super simple. I'm gonna explain how to make this alcohol-free. There's a lot of alcohol in glögg, so if you're not into that, I'll show you how to make this alcohol-free in a second. But what you're gonna need for this recipe is a bottle of wine. You can use a bottle of alcohol-free wine. I did that when I was pregnant. It works super well. I'm not pregnant right now, so I'm really excited that this is regular wine. You need some brandy. This is the cheapest brandy they have in the stores. It doesn't have to be anything fancy at all. Sugar. I have tried substituting the white sugar for maple syrup to make it a little bit healthier. It kind of works, but it's not as good. I tried substituting it with brown sugar. It doesn't work. If you're not into white sugar, you can try mixing this in with other things. Whoa. If you're not into white sugar, you can try other types of sweeteners. I want this made the traditional way, so I use white sugar. It's one of the few things I use white sugar for all year. Raisins and almonds. I'm gonna show you how to blanch the almonds in a second. Tak. Cheers. No. Okay, no. Then, going great. For the spices, you're gonna need cinnamon sticks, so the full whole cinnamon sticks, 2 of them. You can put 3, it's okay. Some ginger, if you have dried ginger is the best. I couldn't find dried ginger anywhere on the island, so I'm gonna use ground up ginger. You're gonna use some nutmeg, 1 whole piece of nutmeg, cloves, a bunch of them. If you have whole dried cardamom, use that. I couldn't find it on the island. I'm kind of freaking out about that. So ground up cardamom is gonna work. And 1 bay leaf. That's it. Are you ready? No ready. You're gonna need an entire bottle of wine. When I make this recipe, I usually make it for parties. If you have a big pot like this, you can double or triple the recipe really easily if you have a big party. If you live in Sweden, obviously you can just go to Systembolaget and buy your own glögg. I don't have that luxury because I live in Aruba, so I make mine every year. And it's become this thing where people on the island, they're like really into glögg now. And people keep asking me like, is it glögg season? When are you gonna have glögg at the studio? Okay, that's, how much did you eat? Stop. Hide that away. Okay, so you begin with a whole bottle of wine you're gonna put into the pot. For the spices, let's go ahead and put 2 to 3 cinnamon sticks. Like, it doesn't hurt to overspice this. 2 is enough. For the cloves, like a little handful. I'm gonna count them so I can make this recipe really proper for you.
A few moments later.
10 pieces of clove. If you put more than that, it's still gonna be delicious. Why are you such a Grinch? You don't even want to be on camera. Like she's making her own. Are you making your own? Tack. Good effort from Dennis. One thing of nutmeg. It's not traditional Swedish to do that, but I really like it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say half a tablespoon of ginger and cardamom each. So if you only have the ground up version, you're gonna have to strain your glögg with a cheesecloth. If you have a whole piece of ginger or whole pieces of cardamom, you don't have to strain it, which is really good. So half a tablespoon. And half a tablespoon of cardamom. Are you being cute? And you're gonna put the brandy in at the very last moment. So you're gonna put this on a really low heat. The brandy is the last thing you do before you're done. And you're gonna start with a deciliter. How much is that in cups? Can you ask Siri? I think a deciliter is like a third of a cup. No, more. Less than half a cup of sugar. And then you're gonna taste as you go and you're gonna decide how sweet you want it. But you're gonna need at least almost half a cup of sugar, maybe more. Yeah, you want to put this on the stove? Come. Whee! Yeah. We're going to put this on the stove. Let's go. Whoop. Come. Are you going to do some yoga? Ska du yoga? Ska du yoga? Okay. Let's do some yoga. Yoga break. Can you show everyone your three-legged down dog? Wow! What else can we do? Can you do child's pose? Can you do up dog? Yay! Okay, so we are now over by the stove. You're gonna put this on really, really, really low temperature. Don't forget to add your 1 bay leaf. Lägga i den. Wow, duktig tjej. And then once it's hot, make sure it doesn't boil. It's just the single most important thing, that it doesn't boil. You want it to be on a really low heat all the time. And then as soon as it's warm, you're gonna put your sugar in. So about a deciliter. Yes. Okay, you wanna do it? Okay, wait. Wow. Okay, it's gonna be hot, so careful, careful. And then as this is just heating up really slowly, put another pot with hot water on the side and you're gonna add, okay, so we're gonna add half a cup of almonds to the boiling water. It's great parenting right there. Let them boil for 30 seconds, less than a minute. Then you're gonna take them off the stove and add some cold water so we can blanch them, which means to take the skin off. Meanwhile, we just kind of stir our glögg over here. You take your almonds, strain them, and then put them back in the pot. Put some cold water and let it sit for a second. Okay, so once it's been heating for a little while, we're gonna add the brandy and then we're gonna taste the glögg. And you're gonna decide, do you want more brandy, less brandy? You're gonna want more or less sugar. I like mine really sweet. Most people like their glögg really sweet, so I always end up adding way more sugar in the end. But let's see. Good job. Are you gonna film your own cooking show over there? Ooh, it's really sweet. Damn. For the brandy, I'm gonna go ahead and start with a deciliter and a half, so a little more than half a cup. Obviously, if you're making your glögg alcohol-free, you don't use any brandy at all and you opt for alcohol-free wine. Pretty simple. Can I have a glögg glass, Dennis? Can you get off your butt and help? Okay, time to taste. Oh my God, it's really good. Some of you guys might think that this is too sweet, so I would add like a little sugar as you go and then add. It also depends on the kind of wine you have. If you have a really dry wine, you need more sugar. I'm gonna let this just keep heating for a little while longer, and let's blanch our almonds. So to blanch your almonds, you take the almonds in the water that you use to cool them off. It's really, really simple. You're just gonna press at the wide end, take the skin off. Put the skin somewhere and put the almond in the bowl. There you go. And then you just do that until you've done all your almonds. You can, of course, buy pre-blanched almonds, but what's the fun in that? All right, so we have this whole bowl of blanched almonds now that are ready. Your second bowl, you're gonna add your raisins. And this has been on the stove now for a little while, so it's just about getting the spices really infused with the wine and the brandy. So just make sure you never have it boiling. Mine is about done right now. If I didn't have the powdered spices, I wouldn't even have to strain it. I can just use a ladle to scoop up my glögg. But because I had some ground spices in there because it's Aruba and I can't get anything here, I have to strain my glögg. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so I'm gonna strain it. You can use a regular strainer or a cheesecloth. A cheesecloth will obviously strain it even more, but I don't really mind. So it just leaves the spices up top. And then now we have our finished glögg. Yay! So you ladle a spoon or two of glögg into the cup, add some of your blanched almonds, some raisins, and enjoy. It's really sweet. I think I put a little too much sugar in there. Let's go with 1/3 of a cup of sugar. I mean, it's still really delicious, but it's really sweet. You need a little spoon to work your way around. And then of course, as you drink it, you eat the almond and the raisin. Oh, it's so Swedish. And so delicious. It's the best. In Sweden at Christmas, we have this for breakfast. We're not alcoholics or anything. It's just tradition. We just drink 7 million bottles of it every year. Yeah. Keep shrink. Merry Christmas. Thanks for all your hard work in making this video.
You're welcome.
Okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's really easy to make. It doesn't take a long time if you don't have a screaming toddler by your side. It's so Christmassy, so delicious, and it makes your whole house smell like Christmas. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this recipe. Good luck. Let me know how it works out. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and Merry Christmas.